everyone. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I had a somewhat of a restful weekend. At least I tried. I don't know if it was because it was, you know, pretty cold here in Florida. I know, I don't want to hear it. I know it's much colder elsewhere. My poor Florida but it was cold here, and the cold really, I have peripheral neuropathy in my feet and legs, and the cold really just gets to me. It makes it really hard to get out of bed because my feet and legs hurt so bad. But we'll go ahead and get started right away. I'm going to go ahead and start with the black, which is the lowercase a. I don't know how well you can see the symbols. I'm going to use this new pen that I got off of Amazon. Don't know how well you can see it, but it's pretty. It doesn't match the picture at all, so it's not like I'm trying to be matchy-matchy at all today, I guess. I could. I've got this one that's a little bit more matchy to it, but I don't want to use that one today. I want to use this one. They're all pretty much the same as far as structure goes. They're pretty much all from this, probably from the same seller, but the colors are obviously very much different. Very much different. Y'all go ahead and let me know in the comments how your weekend was. Let me know if you had a good weekend. Also, this is going to be titled a WIP CHAT, obviously, so that means work in progress. Make sure you get out whatever it is that you're working on and work along with me if you want to. Whether it be crochet, knitting, cross stitch, whatever crafting you do, whatever craft, adult coloring, it doesn't matter. Whatever craft it is that you might do, pull it on out and work with me if you want to for a little while. Also, let me know what you've been watching on TV lately. I know I've asked before, so if anybody new watches, maybe somebody new might have a suggestion. I went ahead and started watching Game of Thrones over again. I decided to restart that. It's one of my favorite series of all time. So I figure why not? Let's go ahead and watch it again. It's been long enough. It's been long enough. Been plenty long enough. We also finished the first part of the last season of Ozark. I guess they split the last season into 2 parts. Don't know why they do that. I guess just for the suspense. I'm having so many issues this morning with my diamonds. They're so staticky this morning for some reason. Maybe I can blame that on the weather too, huh? And diamonds don't want to be out in the cold. And I know, I'm in Central Florida. I can't really complain about the cold too much. But when it gets to 20-something degrees, almost, in Florida, when you're not used to it, it's pretty debilitating, especially for someone like me. And when I talk about my health, I'll say it again, it's never an oh, woe is me. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. And my hands are a little bit more shaky today than normal. I don't know why I'm shaking so bad today. Diamond painting actually kind of slows down the shake, because I guess I have to concentrate. It gives me something to concentrate on to keep them still. I don't know. I don't know. I've had a tremor for quite some time now, and I don't know if it's the medication that I take. Most likely. Most likely. But I've had the tremor for probably going on 3 years. When they first started trying to treat me for something other than what was wrong with me. I was on medications that I necessarily didn't need to be taking. It made me worse. It took a long time for me to get a proper diagnosis before I could get my transplant. Nobody could figure out what was really going on with me. Nobody suspected that I had the level of liver disease that I did for my age, especially since I was not a heavy drinker. Being, you know, not a heavy drinker, the kind of liver disease, the level of liver disease that I had, not the kind, but the level of it was just, and kind of puts a couple of my doctors in shock. Because of how rare it is, I guess, for someone like me to have what I had. And then, of course, the doctors that were my main lead doctors, they've seen it before. So, I'm just blessed beyond all compared to have been able to receive a liver. I spent the holiday season pretty sad. I had my transplant on December 17th. So it's been just over a year. It was a year on this past December 17th. So right around the holidays is when somebody lost somebody so that I could live. And it made me sad. It made me very sad. I had a hard time celebrating. Not that I'm ungrateful. I don't know. I guess I hope that doesn't sound ungrateful, because I don't mean for it to by any means. It made it tough. Somebody lost their life so that I could live. And that's a humbling thing. Very humbling. Very humbling. Let's see. I think we got all of those. There it is. Come on, come out. All right, what to go to next? We're gonna do these. Something with a little bit of a different color. And you see we're moving into her face, into her eye. Excuse me. Excuse me. A lot of times I leave the face for last and go all the way around. I decided not to do that with her. Just decided to do something a little bit different. Gotta multi-place as much as I can. I'm addicted to it, I guess. I don't enjoy single placing so much. I think my mom single places pretty much the better part of her paintings. Me, I just don't do it. I might have to freshen my wax. So, sorry, I get quiet when I'm concentrating. Gives you a chance to concentrate as well, I guess. It's so quiet here this morning. I love those quiet mornings that I get. I don't get a lot of them, especially now that my oldest son has moved back in with us, but he's working today. Thank the Lord. I'm proud of him that he was able to get a job, and rather quickly of coming home to get himself right. He was able to get a job rather quickly and start taking care of himself some. He's been doing really well. Of course, he's still using my vehicle for transportation back and forth to work, but his goal is to save up enough. His first goal is to get himself his own vehicle. So I'm really proud of him with his progress, and I pray he's able to get one of his own, because it's really tough to be stuck at home and with no way to go anywhere. My husband has his vehicle, obviously, at work. Change colors again. We'll go with V. And I know I shake the table when I shake my tray. I can't help it. Hopefully you're looking down at whatever it is that you're working on, so you don't get too dizzy. Not so sure on this color scheme for her skin, or the flesh tones that they're using, but we'll just go along with the flow and see how it turns out, I guess. After all, it is just Medusa. If I hadn't mentioned that already, I may not have, and I'll give a full view of it at some point. But this is Medusa. All the snakes are in rhinestone for the most part. For the most part, there are some areas that are not rhinestone, but that was the one main thing that drew me to this painting, was the rhinestones. However, some of the quality of some of the rhinestones is just not there. It's horrible. I'll make sure that I let the company know this is from Star Ore, S-T-A-R-O-A-R, Star Ore. They make the best baggies. If you ever need little baggies for beads or diamonds or anything, that is the place to get them from. And I'm sure that they'll be very receptive to me letting them know. I'm not affiliated with them or anything, obviously. I'm just a little channel that just started out on YouTube. This is probably, what, my 5th video? So it's not like I'm some big time reviewer or anything. However, it's just the quality of those rhinestones are horrible. This one color in particular, which is one of the main ones that I'm using for the snakes, that they give you, they're horrible. There's no other word for it. No other word for it. I have to refreshen my wax. Alright. Next color. We're going to go for these I guess it is, or L. I'm assuming that's an I. My little one managed to keep herself out of trouble for the most part this weekend, which is really nice. The poor thing, she gets herself in trouble. She's one of those who tells on herself too. One time she came up to me and she had, I was letting her listen to kids music on YouTube. Or so I thought that's what she was listening to, even after I've been the one that set it up for her. And she said, "Hey, Mommy, guess what I'm listening to?" And I said, "What, baby girl?" And she said, "I'm listening to one of my brother's songs that has the F word in it." Oh my gosh. I went through the roof. Number one, her brothers don't need to be listening to that in front of her. And number two, she knows better. She knows, she should have known that I was not going to like that. But she told on herself. So that she lost the privilege of listening to music for a long time. And now the poor thing is stuck on Adele. All I hear her walking around singing is Adele. She wants to sing like Adele. Oh my goodness. My poor child. She said, I got a pretty little voice on her, don't get me wrong. She's, you know, would need some significant training to be like Adele, but she sure does try. It is so funny. Love it. Love it. But that's exactly what she does, is walk around singing Adele. Didn't really talk to my mom much this weekend. We normally talk quite a bit every day. I'll call her this afternoon. But sometimes we're on the phone for 2 or 3 hours at a time. And I just couldn't bring myself to be in a talkative mood all weekend long. I couldn't do it. Even this morning, I want to talk to you guys so bad, and I want to make my video and, you know, learn more about you guys, those that have been watching, you know, learn more about you guys and all of that, the sort of thing. But it's been tough when you don't feel good, and it puts you in a mood that you don't really want to talk. And here I'm in the mood to talk today, and I don't know what to talk about because my weekend was so boring. Like I said, I laid in my bed most of the weekend watching Game of Thrones because my feet hurt so bad. My goodness. I have to go for blood work on Wednesday. Again, I swear I'm a pincushion. I go get blood work constantly between my primary care doctor, my nephrologist, because I don't know if I mentioned, I'm in kidney failure now. Had a liver transplant. Don't know if it's the medications from the transplant that are causing the liver failure or damage that has been done to my kidneys or what, but I'm at stage 4. Stage 5 is dialysis. I don't want dialysis. We'll see what happens with that. So, but I'm constantly getting blood work for, like I said, my neurologist, my primary, and the Transplant Institute I have to get done once a month as well. So that just to check all of my numbers on my transplant, on my, you know, the liver function, and a certain medication that I take, I have to make sure that, you know, it has to be at a certain level in my blood at all times. So they measure that as well. So I'm gonna have to refresh this wax real quick. It just doesn't want to be sticky today. Let's see if this is any better. That's a little better. Let's hope it stays better. you guys ever have any questions as far as diamond painting is concerned, you can always ask them in the comments. Leave me a question in the comment section. I'll definitely answer it for you. Thinking about getting a magnifying glass as well. I can see the symbols on this really well, but I've got this one painting that my mom sent to me that the symbols are so close to, they're very similar. They're like one, I have one that is a spade and one that is a 3-leaf clover. And they put them next to each other, and they're so hard to tell apart because they're kind of washed out looking. It makes it so hard to even tell what they are apart, you know, which one is which. So it's like I've had to put the painting to the side because I don't want to mess it up. I'd love to do the painting. It's very beautiful. But I think I'm going to end up having to get a magnifying glass to do it. My mom has one. I'm going to get whatever it is that she's got. I'll find out where she got hers. I think she said she got it at Walmart. I could be wrong. I think I bumped the table again. Sorry, guys. Here we go. I think we're done with that one. We'll see. Let's see. Yep. Looks like I'm done with that one. Just want to make sure and see which color I want to do next. $21. $8.21. There it is. We're going to do these O's. Like I said, not sure how much you can see as far as detail goes. I found myself, my doctors have also allowed me to eat some gluten, which is something I've avoided for years due to some of my symptoms. And then on top of that, I have gastroparesis, which means that my stomach doesn't empty fast enough. So the food sits in there too long. So my diet has been rather restricted for quite some time, and they've kind of let up on the gluten part of it anyway. There's still a lot of stuff. I can't eat salads. I can't eat raw vegetables. I can't, you know, anything that I can mash with a fork, I can eat. Like cooked carrots, baked potatoes, that kind of thing I can have. But nothing raw, so lucky me, right? No salads, no. My goodness. I love salads, though. That's the thing. That makes it really hard. Well, anyways, I'm allowed to eat a little bit of gluten. I'm just so malnutrition. And I've got myself addicted to cheese bread. Specifically, Hungry Howie's cheese bread. Right at the moment. I love Little Caesars bread. But they don't deliver. So, and they're much further from my house, even if they did, you know, even if I wanted to have it, it would, you know, it's just so much easier to go up to Little Caesars. It's right around the corner, you know. Anyways, I'm addicted to it. I mean, I've gotten it 3 times in this weekend. Of course I share, but can't eat that whole thing by myself. When I get those 2 colors out for here, I'll be able to do those. Oops. Thought I was done. I guess not. All right, now take a drink of my coffee. Love it. All right, what do I want to do next? Let's go up here and do the E's. And I have told you guys that I do vape. I don't want any opinions on it. I have my own. But if you do hear me vape, if you hear something, that's what that is. All right, letter E. We finally got our ATV back from my brother. He was supposed to fix it for us. It has some kind of overheating issue that came from the factory, and it's been too long for us to won't do anything as far as warranty goes. But we know what the issue is. We just need to get the parts to fix it. At least now we do. So we're going to get our ATV up and running so we can start riding our ATV. Again, it's a side-by-side ATV, so it has 2 seats with seat belts. If you're not sure what that is. And so even though we won't be able to ride hard like we used to. We can trail ride. And still have a good time. Won't be able to ride hard when I'm in it. That's it. Let's put it that way. And then my son found these people who were moving and giving away a bunch of stuff down the street from us. And one thing that they were giving away was an old boat and trailer. And a boat is worth nothing, but the trailer, you can sell the trailer for, you know, whatever it's worth. Brought that home, a bunch of other stuff. I told my son, I said he's not to bring anything else home with him until he sells some of the stuff that he's got, because I am not about to have my house turn into a junkyard. No way. No way. I understand you see something and you start seeing money signs in front of your eyeballs, but not okay. That's not okay. Do not want that junkyard and, you know, look around my house. We just bought this house in June of last year. See if we can get as much of this section done together as possible. Probably won't get it finished. Probably won't get it finished. I think we're done with the ease. We will go on to M's because there's only a few. Oops. Still a couple of E's in the tray. There we go. I swear some of the colors are just seem like they go in the weirdest spots, but they work. They work when you stand up and look from a distance. They work. You can hear my dogs fighting in there. They are always, well, playing. I guess they're not fighting, they're playing. I don't understand. You'd think they would wear out. But no, they're always going at it. Typically all I have to do is walk in a room and say, girls, and they'll quit. But I don't understand how they don't wear themselves out and sleep for a while. I think after expending that much energy, I'd have to sleep for a while. And let's go for P because it's right here and there's only a few. Oops. I didn't need to dump that many. Only a couple more of these. There, we got that done. Oh, I don't think I told you, but give me just a second. I'm using a different tray today, just an inexpensive white tray. I like the way the spout works better with the kind of containers that I'm using. And I'm also still using glue dot in my single placer and wax from whatever kind of wax you get with kits. In my multi-placer, I find that works much better in my multi-placer. There are different putties and stuff that you can get that are supposed to be great. I just haven't had the chance to try any of them yet. I plan to, just to see how they work. If it works better than my wax, then I'll use it. If it's the same, then what's the point? The wax is free and I don't, I have to buy the putty. And I'd rather use whatever's for free. One number 3 sticking out over here. Let's see if I can get it out of the pot. Yeah. All right, lowercase b. Rhinestones. Can you see the rhinestones? Don't know if you can see those or not, how shiny they are. Let me get out a couple of these that don't, are bad. Haven't had a lot of trash drills. Had some, not a lot. Just had lots of trashy drills. Specifically with this color, they're just not as good as I would have expected them to be for the price that I paid for the painting. when I pay, you know, upwards of $40, $50. I've paid good money for my paintings. You know, I expect them to be up to that standard. Definitely expect them to be under that standard. Didn't catch there's a D there. I almost went right over it with the wrong color. But it's just so disappointing when you don't get what you pay for. Probably not. Well, maybe tomorrow I might be going ahead and filming kitting down for Snow Queen. I'll show you how I've started to keep I just started keeping my spare drills, my leftover drills. I wasn't doing it at first. I didn't really have a need to, that I knew of anyway. And then I was in the middle of a very huge Chuck Pinson landscape painting, and I ran out of a color. And then I had to wait for the company to send me some more, and then they just didn't send me enough, so then I had to wait for the company to send me some more. So that's one that you'll see me finish here shortly. I need to get it back up on my easel and get it taken care of. Get that one finished. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I have a couple more landscapes over there that I want to do. Don't know when, but they are just beautiful as well. Don't worry, you'll see them. Get lowercase e out of the way. I hear one of my dogs just jumped in the bathtub in there. She loves my patches. She loves to lay in the bathtub for some reason. I guess because it's nice and cool. I don't know. But she goes in there and lays in the bathtub. Like I said, I did wake up feeling a little bit better this morning. Got up, got showered, got some coffee in me. paid my mortgage payment and then started smiling again. It feels good though when the bills are paid and you don't have any to worry about for a minute, you know. The way our bills land, I've got them probably 2 weeks before I have to worry about a bill again. So that feels good. That feels good. All right. I think that one is done. Yeah, that one's done. More coffee, more coffee. So delicious. Found my next color. I'm gonna do A's, uppercase A. And yes, this painting has both uppercase and lowercase in some letters. So that's the reason why I keep saying it like that. And of course I poured way more than what I needed, but oh well. There we go, that one's done. We just might get close to finishing this one on camera. I think I'll do 2 more colors and then I'm gonna let you go. It's been quiet. I've been too quiet. I'll finish up all of the little, got a couple here, got a couple there, colors off the camera. Like I said, I know I've been real quiet. Just kind of letting you watch. Work along with me. thought I saw a white one come flying at me. Love this multi-placer. I'm getting used to this one. I usually use a 9-placer, or I'm sorry, a 7-placer. This is a 9-placer. So this one will place 9 diamonds at a time. Definitely makes the parts where there's a lot of the same color go by real fast. All right, folks. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. It's been great. Make sure you leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you've been watching on TV. Let me know what you worked on with me. Sorry that this was so quiet at times. It's hard to have a lot to talk about when you don't do a lot of anything, you know. When you're at home all the time, you know. I guess that's going to change. I'm going to make sure I have more subjects to talk about. So that when we do our WIP chats, it's not so quiet. Definitely ask me any questions that you have about diamond painting, about crochet, any of those kinds of questions. And ask me those questions, and that'll also give me more material and, you know, stuff to talk about as well. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you're new, make sure you go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to. This is the beginning of my YouTube journey. I'm still getting used to this. This is only my 5th video, so I don't, you know, have a lot of experience. But I'm not going to get experience if I don't do. I have to do. I have to record the videos, have to get them on YouTube so I can get the experience. And then eventually the videos will get better and better and better. So make sure you stick along with me, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.